Right, everybody, welcome back. And I apologize, first of all, for not having posted anything for a really long time. But unfortunately, things have been kind of busy at work. But we're on holiday at the moment in Thailand. So I thought I'd take a little bit of time to shoot a couple of videos. And in this video today, I'm going to show you guys the bag that I carry with me when I go on international safaris, as well as the gear and equipment that I take with me when I travel internationally on a safari. Now, there's two types of scenarios that I'm generally considering. The first one is local travel. And by local travel, I mean, we live in Dubai, so when I'm traveling with my car to a place like Hatta, which is a beautiful lake where there's some water birds, or when I'm traveling to a coastal estuary or something like that. But because I'm on my car, I can take with a little bit of extra gear, and size doesn't really matter that much. So in those types of trips, I'm also taking a tripod, and I'm also taking a gimbal head and a beanbag so that I can mount my camera on top of the gimbal, on the beanbag, on the side of the car, and I can actually use my car as a hide. But then the second type of travel is the international travel. So this is when I'm getting on an aeroplane, I'm flying to a different country, like Sri Lanka, like a national park in Zimbabwe, Namibia, or South Africa. And on trips like that, size and weight matters. So these are the two types of scenario, but in all cases, I'm always carrying this bag, which is the Think Tank TakeOff version 2 bag, and I'm going to take you guys through what is inside this bag and the features of this bag. I recently swapped my bag from the PGY Tech One Mo bag to this guy, and the reason I did that was a couple of things. Firstly, the PGY Tech One Mo bag was great. I absolutely loved that bag. I used it for many years and it was really good. But there was a couple of problems with that bag. First of all, it was slightly too small to carry all the gear and equipment that I wanted to carry for my cameras. And when it was full to capacity, I struggled to carry my 15-inch MacBook Pro in the bag as well. So what I ended up having to do is carry two bags. And as you can imagine, traveling through an airport, carrying two bags was kind of cumbersome, especially with family traveling internationally. It was kind of a bit of a mission. But this bag fixed all of that. So the thing about this bag is, first of all, it is bigger than that other bag, than the PGY Tech bag. It carries a lot, there's a lot more space inside and a lot of flexibility for how you want to configure the bag and set it up. This bag easily fits all my camera gear and equipment, as well as all the lenses that I want to carry. And there's enough space to put my 15-inch MacBook Pro in the front, as well as a tablet. And the game changer for me was the fact that this is a wheeler bag. So it's got little wheels at the back, and it's got a handle that deploys out telescopically. Like that, which is really great. So you can pull it through the airport. But in addition to that, it's also got backpack straps, which is really nice because let's say you're in a situation, for example, where you're going up the flights of stairs at the airport and you can't wheel the bag through. Then you can actually carry it on your back. So it zips open at the back over here. This guy flips back and it's got a little Velcro connection over there. And then you've got these straps which pull out and deploy out so that you can carry the bag on your back, which is really handy. Now let's take a look at some of the key features on this bag. Now, first of all, as I mentioned, it is a roller first bag. So it's got little wheels at the back, which are actually similar to the rollerblade type wheels, and they're very durable and they're in fact replaceable as well. Secondly, in terms of carry-on size, the bag complies with all the international airlines in terms of width, thickness, and length of the bag. It complies, so you're not going to have a problem carrying it through as a carry-on bag for most of your airlines. Thirdly, it's got a huge amount of internal storage capacity, and I'll take you through that in a minute. And it's got a lot of flexibility in terms of how you can actually set up that internal storage for your lenses or the cameras, depending on the gear that you're carrying with you. The next thing is it has a dedicated laptop compartment over here, as I mentioned earlier. So that just slips in the front over here, as well as a compartment for a tablet. And then it's got a zipper over there as well, which I use to put in a couple of loose documents that I might have, as well as a pen and a notebook. And then on the front over here, it's actually got another zipper over there. And this guy I use to slip in my passports and things like that. The bag has a rugged build. It's made of really good quality, durable fabric, which is water resistant. And it actually comes with a rain screen as well. So when it does rain, you can just pull that out and have a fully water resistant bag. In addition to that, the bag also has this compartment on the side over here. And then you've got a little padlock system over here. So you can use this to secure the bag with a little cable. This is a really good quality cable. You're not going to cut through that with a normal knife or a pair of scissors or something. But you can use this little padlock to secure the bag to a pole or to a chair or something like that at the airport. If you need to leave the bag unattended for a small period of time, you can do that. Or you can also use it to secure the zippers. And then you can secure the zippers like that. And then on the other side of the bag, over here, it's got another compartment where you can fit your tripod or a monopod or a selfie stick. All right, guys, so let's take a look at what I've got inside of this bag. So I'm going to zip it open. Right, so first of all, what's really cool is you've got these see-through compartments over there, which allow you to see exactly what's inside of these two compartments over here. And this is where I keep things like additional cleaning equipment for my camera, some additional SD cards, and a couple of things like that. But the nice thing is I can see those items quite easily. Now inside the bag, as I said, you've got a lot of options for configuring the bag the way that you want to configure it. This is just the way that I've set up the bag. So first of all, got my A7R4 camera, and then underneath the camera, I've got a couple of spare batteries. These are quite big, these batteries, but these are spare batteries for my Atomos external monitor. So they go in here underneath the camera. Battery charger. You've got the rain cover, which I spoke about earlier, which you slip on if it starts to rain. That comes with the bag. And then over here, I've got my Sony 200 to 600 millimeter zoom lens. I've got my Sony 70 to 200 millimeter f2.8 lens. Over here, I've got an accessory bag. And inside of this bag, I've got things like my GoPro, a wireless microphone and receiver set, a small rig connection to connect the external monitor to my camera, a remote receiver, as well as some cables and cleaning equipment and things like that. Then I've got a Tamron 28 to 75 millimeter lens. I've got my Atomos external monitor, which connects to the top of the camera. And then I've got the Rode Wireless Pro mic and receiver set, which is for my audio. And that's it. That's how I configure this bag. Just going to close it up again for a minute. But let's keep it real, guys. No bag is perfect. So let's take a look at some of the drawbacks on this bag. Well, first of all, this bag is heavy when it's loaded. And that's because it's a bigger bag. You're carrying a lot more pieces of equipment with you. So naturally speaking, the bag is going to be heavier. Secondly, those straps that I just showed you for the backpack, they're quite thin. So this bag is not perfect for carrying long distances on your back. It's designed as a roller first bag. So if you, for example, going to be doing a lot of hiking or trekking or things like that, this is probably not the bag for you. But on the other side, when you're traveling internationally, going from your home through the airport on the airplane to your destination and then to the location where you're shooting, this bag is absolutely perfect. And then if you're going to do some trekking or hiking from there, I would recommend you take a second bag for that situation. So guys, final thoughts on this bag. If you are a wildlife or travel photographer that need to fly with pro gear and you need to travel internationally, and you want to make sure that you've got a good quality bag that's going to give maximum protection to your gear and equipment. Or if you are looking for a roller first bag that enables you to put it along through the airport and that complies with international standards in terms of size of the bag, then I would say that the Airport TakeOff version 2 is a really good option. Now, if you guys have got any questions on this bag, or you want to let me know, perhaps you've got this bag already, how you've set it up, or if you want to let me know what bag you guys are using as well, please drop those down in the comments below. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments as well. And then please don't forget to like, subscribe, and to ring that notification bell so that you do get notified of any future content that I do put out. That's it from my side, guys. Till next time, happy shooting.